Anyone who knows anything there is to know about the internet knows that it's full of trolls and it's full of haters. And that's why I was surprised to see this video about women who are sports journalists getting mean comments, okay? Because everyone gets mean comments. So let's have a look.
Hi. Sarah. Hi. Sarah. Sarah. Nice to meet you, Chad.
Right away, my question is, why is this video about women who get mean, hateful comments? Because men get mean, hateful comments as well. And my guess is, no one gives a fuck about men, and if men get their feelings hurt, they need to harden the fuck up, toughen the fuck up, and get on with life. On the other hand, if you make it about women, you're bound to get tons more views, because everyone wants to hear about the woman who got her feelings hurt.
Alright, you ready to do some mean tweets?
I'm ready.
Sarah Spain sounds like a nagging wife on TV today.
Not even married yet.
Just to give a bit of background here, this lady Sarah Spain is a pretty successful lady, man. She's an athlete, she's various jobs, she's quite attractive, and she's worth about 1.9 billion smackaroos.
Julie DeCaro is a run-of-the-mill, mediocre beat writer.
This lady is also quite successful in social media. I have difficulty though believing that she has much athletic prowess.
Sarah Spain is just a scrub muffin?
I don't even know what a scrub muffin
I don't
is.
either.
I love muffins.
Fuck yeah, bro.
One of the players should beat you to death with their hockey stick, like the whore you are.
Okay, what we're looking at here is called the internet disinhibition effect. What that means is that when people are on the internet, they tend to act in a less inhibited way. For example, when you meet the Queen in a highly formal situation, you might not tell that she's a fucking cunt and she should die from a hockey puck. But you might say that about the Queen behind her back on an internet forum.
This is why we don't hire any females unless we need our sucked or our food cooked.
See, these are things that people think of a lot of the time, you know. They think of, but they keep it to themselves in real life because of these restraints that we have around us, these where we're socialized to be polite to each other. And we're more inhibited, but on the internet, these inhibitions kind of break down and people tend to operate in a different way. They're more likely to speak what's on their mind. It's not that what's on their mind has changed.
Sarah Spain is a self-important know-it-all.
This dumb.
I hope your dog gets hit by a car, you.
Oh, come on, that's uncalled for, man. What did the dog do to you?
Hopefully this skank Julie DeCaro is Bill Cosby's next victim. That would be classic.
Interesting to note that men are harassed online more often than women. You can see the start here, 44% of men, 37% of women.
I don't know what to say to that.
On the other hand, about 38% of women who are harassed define that as being quite traumatic or very distressing. And only 17% of men who are harassed online said the same.
I hope your boyfriend beats you.
And there's been fallacious claim that this must be because the harassment that one face must be more extreme, completely missing out the fact that men tend to be more stoic, tend to repress their emotions more, tend to just take a more hard in the fuck up approach, which, you know, biologically we're more prepared to do, and socially we've been ingrained to do since we were fucking babies.
I'm sorry.
The fact is, I've been called all these names and more. I mean, in gaming alone, I've been called all these words. And, you know, a lot of gaming communities are quite toxic. We call them toxic communities because of this internet disinhibition effect, which is indiscriminate, man. Everyone does it. Everyone gets it. In fact, the data shows it happens to me more often. I mean, in the last year in gaming alone, I've probably had the word raped used against me in an insulting way dozens of times. Dozens.
Why bring up your own rape in this story? Is it your way of firing back at critics who said you can't get any?
I have a theory about why people say such hurtful things like this on the internet, and it's called the pendulum swing. See, we're very politically correct these days in society, in the offline world, and what that kind of creates is there's this extreme difference. On one end of the spectrum, we've got the extremely politically correct offline world and the online world, which is quite uninhibited, quite politically incorrect, where people kind of ventilate. They ventilate and they go the completely other end. In life, we need to fake it. We need to be phony. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that I care. How are you? And then we get on the internet and we just fucking unleash and we say nasty stuff like that. And the example I would use of the extreme political correctness is Chris Gale and the fiasco he had to endure, the apology he had to make, pretty much for not doing anything really wrong. And it's that kind of stuff that leads people ventilating on the internet and making nasty comments like this. Doesn't make it right. It's just not, women aren't the only people who shouldn't be receiving those kind of things. That's bad for anyone to say, anyone to do, or to receive.
I hope you get raped again.
Oh.
Sarah Spain is a I would hate.
Now look, there's a million things I could say about how there's all these videos out there catering to women like this and none about men. But, we've heard that all before. We all know it's true. Let's just be real, man. Men face things like this all the time. I showed you the data. Men get harassed online more often. The fact is, no one gives a fuck about men.